Hello, everyone. This is Pam Hemphill. Now, keep in mind, I'm not a professional podcaster and I don't want to be one. But when I hear false information, I talk about it because it's false. And everything in me knows what I saw. And I'm being totally honest with you. No matter what the smear campaign, they're out there saying, "Man, don't listen to her, she's a liar." Well, I have to be right with my God of my own understanding. And anything I'm saying or putting out there, I will go under any lie detector. I would, to tell you what I saw was the truth. And there are no journalists out there. That Nick and Katie, they're not journalists, and they're both lying about their story. I've got some facts on that. They are absolutely lying to Pam Bondi about what happened. Nobody attacked Nick, and nobody attacked Katie. But let's debunk this, what I heard today from Kristi Noem.
Of this country, they want to kill them. Their agenda is to destroy the American people and our way of life. And
they want to kill them. Do you know one of the protesters caught a mega man with this long knife? He saw it on him. So he tells him, "Come on, you got to get rid of that knife. Let's go over to the police." And he took him over to the police. And the police had him get rid of that knife.
This president is standing in their way. He is stopping them from bringing their death and their destruction to the individual citizens in this country that just want to raise their kids and their grandkids in peace and in safety. I want to also thank everyone around this table for being so bold and...
There is no Antifa. We all know that now. I guess I'm Antifa. My brother was a Marine when he went into the war in the early 60s. He was an Antifa.
So brave for standing up and recognizing the threat that Antifa is to our way of life.
I'm standing next to the chicken man and the frog, and I'm sitting down with them and having conversations. They were so frightening. They're wonderful people, and they're working. We had a great conversation. I said, let's not talk about politics. I just want to get to know you. Who's this Antifa that everybody's talking about? And they're wearing all their black. And you know why they do that with the mask? Because MAGA doxed them, and some of them had lost their jobs and couldn't get hired. So they're covering it only because they don't want to get identified and doxed. They're not scary people, what they're saying. They're wonderful people.
Life. By recognizing how advanced they are, how sophisticated their network.
Where are they getting how advanced they are, and how... I don't know who's giving them this information. Are they just making it up? I'd like to see some proof that you have. I want to see proof that you have their organized organization. Because I saw church members and citizens donating water and food. I asked them, they said, we're just donating to help out, mainly water and some food. And they come around, these church people, and they bring you donuts. They're really sweet people. They're trying to help the protesters that are standing up for our democracy, and look what they're turning these wonderful people into. It's horrifying to hear this.
Are how they've infiltrated our entire country, and we're seeing them play out with their tactics from city to city, and how they have built out their funding mechanisms. And sir, I also want to thank...
Funding, okay, I hope they check my bank account. They'll be embarrassed. They really would. All of you that call me a drifter will be embarrassed. I'll show you my bank account any day. And of course you could say, well, they could be giving you cash. Yeah, give me a break. Yeah, come see where I live. Yeah, I drive a nice car. I finally earned the credit where I could get a decent car, because I drove an old car for, 12 years, the same car. Yeah, I'm 72. Shouldn't I be driving a nice car? Anyway. This is funny about the money.
Our Treasury Secretary for his work and getting to the bottom of these funding mechanisms and individuals who are perpetuating this violence on our American cities. I was in Portland yesterday and had the chance to visit with the governor of Oregon and also the mayor. They're in town, and they are absolutely covering up the terrorism that is hitting their streets.
Oh, that is an absolute lie. Oh my God. They got the best mayor and governor that you could ask for. They're good people. They're ethical. She's lying about him. This is sad to be hearing this. I can't believe this. For Trump. For what? These are good people. I'm telling you, you have to listen to the mayor. She's trying to uphold our Constitution, our First Amendment right to allow us to protest peacefully. And I'm telling you, I would have left if the protesters were being violent in any way, hurting anybody, or trying to hurt people, or trying to hurt the officers. It is not okay to hurt an officer, even if it's ICE. We don't go there. I believe in the guidelines of Martin Luther King. You remain peaceful at all costs. And if you're not, I'm not going to support you. And I'm going to leave. And I'm going to say why I left. But I'm telling you, I stayed 6 days because I felt so safe until ICE comes out. Until mega militia is down there harassing people, starting fights. They want you to respond to them, to show on camera that you're mean and violent. They instigate you pushing them. They do. I've seen them push them first. Did they tell you that? No, they don't show that, do they? There's more video coming.
While you talked about some of the stories of our ICE agents, our Border Patrol agents, how they have been attacked, how they have been shot at, injured.
Who was shot at? Can you please give me evidence? Who's been injured? Can you guys send me a video on this? Or a link, please? Let's get some facts out there.
The damage that they've done, these leaders in these local cities, along with Pritzker and Johnson, ignore what's going on, or, sir, they're helping Antifa cover it up.
Oh,
we have arrested.
That is an outright lie. Oh my God. Oh my God. Am I really hearing this? Am I watching a movie, a fiction movie, or it's really weird?
Dozens of individuals that are Antifa members or affiliated with them, and I want to thank our Attorney General.
I'm affiliated with them now. Look at, if they were a dangerous group, organized, getting funded, I think I would have found that out in 6 days, right? I mean, they opened up to me about everything. And, they were telling me, and several, not together, separately, I heard the same story over and over, that when they got in front of ICE, they were telling them, if I legally could, I would shoot you. To many people.
For prosecuting them and making sure they never see the light of day again. They have been so bold in making sure we're bringing those individuals to justice. One of the individuals we arrested recently in Portland was the girlfriend of one of the founders.
If it's the same girl that I videotaped, she's young. I think she's in her late 20s maybe. Small little woman, was standing there with her hands up, and they pepper sprayed her. She was doing nothing wrong. She was yelling at them. Is that against the law? I don't know. Tell me. And then they're laughing. So if she is affiliated with some leader or what, there's no leaders. I'm telling you right now, there's no leaders, but how they put it, I think I would know, right? But I have a picture with her. She's a wonderful person. Wonderful person. And this picture is so wrong. So wrong.
Of Antifa, and that we are hoping that as we go after her, interview her, and prosecute her, we will get more and more information about the network and how we can root them out.
Interview her, prosecute her. For what? Oh my God. Unless there's something I don't know. Tell me about this woman. She's in her early 20s. She's not a leader. Oh my God. It's almost, hearing this is like talking about the Girl Scouts. I'm not kidding. And the Boy Scouts. With integrity. Okay, let me go on.
And eliminate them from the existence of American society.
Eliminate them from existence, from American society, for standing up there protesting peacefully. That's all they ever do until MAGA comes around and irritates them. That's why they ended up having to wear masks and stuff and come somewhat with pepper spray or something, because MAGA attacks them first.
I want to thank the new journalists here today for telling their stories and for being able and willing to go to the streets and to cover what's happening here in America.
Talk to
Many times
me.
the legacy media has looked.
Talk to me. I was there. I covered it. I got video. I'm going back tomorrow morning. Talk to me, Christy. No, none of you will. Because you know I don't lie, no matter what people say. You know that. I'm not going to do that under oath. Give me a lie detective test. Give me one every day. Come talk to me. I'm going to be down there documenting and watching these so-called mega journalists twist and lie about everything. Come talk to me.
Look the other way. Refuse to tell the stories. The networks have not really focused on what this is and what damage it is doing to our.
That's all the media and the right are doing. We don't have enough support on the left with the Democrats reporting out there, and this has been the big problem. I'm actually in it. I'm talking to them. I'm videotaping. I'm watching what's happening. I'm getting a lot of information. I'm talking to the citizens that show up because I really want to know the facts. That's it. Sometimes we learn something and we don't want to learn it. Like if I'd gone there and they were doing some of these things they're accusing them of, I would have left. My God, I don't want to be a part of violence. January 6th was enough for me. I had no clue that when I got down there that they were going to turn it into a riot. But they knew it. They knew it. And that's the same thing playing out right now. Mega down there, this Nick and Katie was a setup to say journalists are getting attacked. It's bullshit. They were not attacked.
Our country and how this network of Antifa is just as sophisticated as MS-13, as TDA, as
oh my
ISIS,
God,
as Hezbollah, as Hamas, as all of them. They are just as dangerous. They have an agenda to destroy us, just like the other terrorists we've dealt with for many, many years. And today is the day that we have a president that won't tolerate it and will stand up and fight for the American people. So thank you for being here, for being so bold, and for standing in the gap.
Are you hearing this? I'm going to have to put this on YouTube because it's a little long, and I didn't mean for it to go this long. But please. Oh my God. I have some credibility. I know that today. I know for myself, I would never twist a story. I'm not going to go there. I never will. I've been working the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous now for 46 years. And one of my steps, it says, continue to take personal inventory, and when you are wrong, promptly admit it. I have to work these steps to keep myself sober and right with God every day. So I'd be the first to tell you, oh, I didn't say it right, or I didn't explain it right. Maybe I was wrong. I'm telling you, I would not do that. I would not lie to you. Come with me. Get down there and watch me follow them around and see for yourself and hear for yourself. You'll know that these people are not being honest. Now, FBI shows me evidence. I just hear this stuff. I just hear it from them. Of course, Project 2025, if you read that this was going to happen. That they said in Project 2025, and I said this a year ago, they're going to stop you protesting. Trump will put you down. He'll bring the National Guard or whatever he can do. And it's happening. I was talking to you about Project 2025 a year and a half ago. I'd done my research. Somebody had told me, a great researcher. I started looking into it, and I said, oh my God, this is a fascist takeover. Project 2025, and it scared me. And I even told Abby Phillips on CNN, I said, don't worry about Trump. He's the pawn. He's the pawn for the Heritage Foundation for Project 2025. He just does whatever they tell him. They bring him information. He listens to them. He doesn't know the facts. He doesn't read up on anything or do his own research. or have a team to make sure that whatever they're sharing, it is factual. You don't care. As long as what they're bringing him, the narrative, fits his agenda and the Project 2025 agenda, then let's make it true. And they're making it up. They're making it up. Now, shame on me, and I apologize right now, if I get evidence, I mean real evidence, it's put out there for all of us to see, that there is this Antifa organization, and they are very violent. I'm laughing because I don't think that'll ever happen. No, not the people I talk to. They want no violence there, period. They are doing a peaceful protest. That's all. That's it. And I'll tell you what, if I go back and anything that they're doing is not factual, what's going on out there, I'll let you know. But I'm not covering for either side. I'm not. I'm there so I can report the facts. Not what I'm thinking, not what I'm hearing, what my own eyes are seeing. I guarantee you, you're going to hear factual information from me. And if you're lying, I will continue to call you out. And if the FBI says I'm associated with Antifa, well, there's 81 million that voted for Biden and how many for Harris? Well, you're going to have to arrest 81 million of us because we are all anti-fascists. We are against a fascist takeover. And that's what I'm seeing happen. Again, to remind you, I'm going back again to keep an eye on these people that are going down there and purposely trying to spin it and make it look like they're violent down there. I will be keeping an eye on you and videotaping you. Because I know the protesters are not starting any problems with MAGA. They leave them alone. They leave them alone. But if they come around agitating and yelling at them and threatening the women, they should be covering these protesters back. They should be there to protect them, if anybody else comes around. And the PD, oh my God, they're on both, they protect both sides. I witnessed it with Katie. I talked to one of them. I said, she's out here starting trouble. And he says, I'm just here to observe. She was calling somebody else. And the officers were right there. Why didn't she go over it? She's claiming that the person that assaulted her ran into a safe house. There's no safe house. It's crazy. It is insane. There's some people there that live there, may know them, maybe give them a little place to change their clothes and take a shower or something like that. But there's no safe house. This is all made up stuff. I'm telling you, it's a fictional book. It's going to be interesting. They should write it and make a movie out of this because it's hilarious how they're spinning this. And it's sad at the same time because it's dividing our nation. And you and I both agree, if people were down there attacking officers, burning up buildings, and hurting the mega counter-protesters, we wouldn't approve of it. We don't want that either. We all come from a place of standing up for your constitutional rights, your freedom of speech, and protesting against the government in a peaceful manner. We don't want to see you doing it any other way. I think you will agree with me. Yeah. There's one man I have on video. I need to share this real quick. He is actually saying, he's mega. You have to see the video. I've got it in his own words. That they want to bring out 6,000 mega militias. And this time, if they interfere with anything, if the protesters do, they're not going to talk to you. They're not going to harass you. They're just going to take out their gun and shoot you. I hope FBI has that video of mine. That I put it out there. Really. Are we threatening to do that? Are the protesters putting out anything like that? I don't think so. that they're going to shoot people. That's dangerous. Because some other lone wolf might say, oh my God, I want to join them. And that it's probably not going to happen. He's got a big mouth and he's trying to look macho, talk macho. Like, this is what we're going to do because we've had enough with you, Antifa, because of these people. Trump, Pam Bondi, and Christy Knoll putting out false information that is not true. Now, please correct me, you guys, if you've got evidence and say, no, Pam. But all I know is my own eyes saw what they saw. That's all I got. That's my evidence. And some videos. But my heart would get me out of there. I would get a gut feeling that these, what they call them Antifa, were dangerous. I would get the hell out of there. I'm telling you, I would right now. And say, well, if they're going to act like that and be violent and talk to people violent, I don't want to be a part. I'd just go. But I keep going down. I mean, I stayed 6 days and I'm going to go down again because I've seen it with my own eyes how wonderful these people are. Really are. They are. They're heroes. They're patriots standing up for our democracy and getting spinned and lied about through the media, through the Trump administration. Please, join me down there. I'll be there for 5 days. I guess now that I'm affiliated with them, according to her, we're all getting arrested, I guess. But anyway, I thought I'd put this video out so you'll watch it. I'll put the link to it. Okay. I already put it out. I put it on one of my posts, but you need to listen to the whole thing, what they're saying. God bless you and God bless America. And remember, evil never wins. I add this. It only delays. Stand up for your rights. Be peaceful at all costs. No violence. Do it legally and peacefully. That's all I will support. And if you're doing that, I'm with you. God bless you.